Hey guys, Alex from Board Game Co over here, and it's time for an unboxing video. Now, if you've watched some of my stuff in the past, I've talked about how unboxing videos aren't really my thing as much, and that's because I have no passion for them. I certainly don't mind doing them. I have to unbox a game anyway, may as well have fun talking to you guys. But as opposed to some of these other videos where I specifically feel I do have something unique to add, an unboxing video, I'm pretty sure everyone else can do it better, and so I'm just doing it because, well, why not? It's fun. Now this is Munchkin Dungeon, and I'm actually going to pause for a second because I don't want all the noise to get in the way. So just give me a second while I open up the rest, and I'll be right with you guys. And we're back. So yeah, this was a pretty well-packed box, honestly. As soon as I saw the styrofoam, I knew that we were going to have problems because styrofoam is super, super loud and my mic is super, super sensitive. So starting off, we have dice packs. Woohoo! I do love dice packs. In general, I find that I used to kind of not care so much, and then the more I played these games, the more I found it really did become super helpful to have extra dice in a lot of these games. And, you know, I tend to excuse a lot of these campaigns. I give excuses for these big publishers. Ultimately, I tend to look at it as, is it worth it, is it not? And this is going to fall in the same category, but if I did have one pet peeve, it would probably be charging to have a reasonable amount of dice. I mean, when you have a $300 Kickstarter, all in, this, that, and everything else, the idea that you have to pay extra to get enough dice to make an ideal experience is kind of lame. I mean, when you think about it, you have a million miniatures. Oh, look at these bookmarks. I don't care about Munchkin bookmarks at all, but hey, now I have them. Woohoo! Awesome. Now, I don't care. Sorry, no, I don't care. When you have these gigantic campaigns and you have a million extra miniatures that are completely unnecessary to gameplay, just enhancing the experience, it's like, come on, man, throw in enough dice that I don't have to scrounge around and pass or pay. Now, don't get me wrong, same rule as always applies. Ultimately, it's either worth it or it isn't, and as a consumer, I have to make that choice. And with CMON campaigns, it is worth it, and so I pay the piper and get some extra stuff, get some extra dice. But it is definitely something that I don't like. I don't like that feeling. I understand why they do it. I understand the economics of it. I understand charging for extras and making a high margin on this one product. But it's certainly not something I am a fan of. I put up with it because they make good games. Now, Munchkin Dungeon offhand. Munchkin Dungeon is one that I was totally not interested in. I actually passed on this one because despite being a pretty big fan of CMON, despite liking most but not all of their games, Arcadia Quest I think is the most notable one that never really resonated with me. I tried it a few times, couldn't get into it, which is surprising because you'd think that that would not be one of the ones I passed on considering it's super popular, but wasn't for me or my group. These look nice. I don't know anything about this game, by the way. I know it's a glorified dungeon experience. I have played the original Munchkin once. It wasn't the worst, hour of my life, but it certainly wasn't the best. And it didn't help that we played it with like 7 or 8 people or something, just too many people to actually win. It was all knock down the leader. But this looks fun. This looks interesting. But anyways, what happened is, with this game, is like I said, despite being a fan of CMON, I was not interested in Munchkin Dungeon, and then I don't know what happened, but my wife saw the Kickstarter campaign at one point, and she was like, oh wow, and this was after was over. This was after the Kickstarter campaign was over already, and she was very interested. She had played Dungeon growing up, and she had a soft spot, and she's like, I can't believe they made a CMON game, which my wife loves playing CMON games with me. We love Rum and Bones. We love Cthulhu Death May Die. She has not tried Zombicide properly yet. I say properly because we played the tutorial a long time ago, but didn't actually play the game. But anyways, so she was very interested in CMON Dungeon as soon as she found out about it. And fortunately, that week, someone offered me a trade with CMON Dungeon to have their pledge shipped to me. And so while I definitely did plan on getting it for my wife, it was a nice surprise that the week she asked for it was the week someone tried trading it to me. So that was definitely a win on my part. This tape is annoying. I hate peeling it off. I hate cutting it. And yes, if I pulled the knife in the direction of my arm, I am not being safe. Let's be clear with that. Okay, let's open this again. Sorry for the noises attached to that. Like I said, my mic is super sensitive. So let's pull out some of these miniatures. Now, part of the reason I didn't back the game in the end was, I mean, this isn't my style. Having not been a huge fan of CMON, of Munchkin, I wasn't really pulled in by the art style. I can see how someone who is a fan would love seeing these characters brought to life. They definitely do have a very distinctive style. It really does capture the Steve Jackson Munchkin artwork and really puts it in a very well done 3D form. It has all the typical puns you would expect from the game. You know what, this is actually one game. Usually when I do unboxings, I would never really go through cards. But this is one game where I would strongly consider going through a few of the cards and seeing some of the puns. This guy looks like he's holding a sandwich, although it looks like there's a hand in a sandwich. It's a little disturbing. Anyways, yeah, so this is one where I got it purely because my wife expressed an interest. I will play it with my wife, I will play it with my kids, I will see how good it is. I would not be surprised if I like it more than I think I would have. Let's do one more miniature over here. And that's because, like I said, CMON games have generally done a great job with me. They have a lot of games that I have thoroughly enjoyed. And, I mean, they get flack for both their business practices, they get flack for some of the games they produce. But I have been a fan, with the exception of Arcadia Quest, with the exception of the football one. What's it called? Chaos Ball. Chaos Ball was not a fan of either. I'm trying to think of the other games that I wasn't a fan of, but I think in terms of their miniature games, those are the main two that did not stay in my collection. I did not play the original Zombicides. I found Black Plague suited my needs, and I do have Zombicide 2nd Edition coming my way. Zombicide Invader is interesting, but I can't say I am, you know, in love with it. I do want to play it more, but I keep going back to Black Plague because Black Plague is excellent and Invader has been okay. Massive Darkness is also great. Besieged is great, and yes, Besieged has a lot of negative reviews around it, but if you look up the rules online, the original rules that they were supposed to include, but they messed up in the rulebook, as well as some modifications, it's a great game. It is one of the few games I have that I house rule and still play. But that being said, I enjoy it with that. And then, okay, let's take a look at some of these cards. Boots of Running Really Fast. If you move through more than one room, the first will only generate 1 threat point. Cloak of Obscurity. These are not funny. These are not bad. They're just not funny. Mace of Sharpness. Deal 1 sword for each side quest you complete. Anything that's more of a joke. Sandals of Protection. You know, just cutesy artwork. This looks very much like Munchkin, Stab-O-Matic. I mean, there's nothing... Ooh, the other ring. Woohoo. I'm excited. We love Lord of the Rings. You can discard this item to immediately stop your fight. If you do, you gain 1 shame token. Very thematic. Frodo puts on his ring, disappears. Anything interesting here? Okay, we have the Aggro Control Room. Well, that's funny. When you enter this room, move 1 roaming monster. Well, the ability's okay. McCheat Face. Home of Cheaty McCheat Face. When you enter this room, gain 2. Again, I don't know anything about this game at all. I have not gone through it yet. I haven't looked into the rules. All I know about the game is it's Munchkin, which made it a pass for me. Like I said, I'm always looking for reasons to pass on Kickstarters. Despite the fact that I get a lot of them, it's because, well, you know, trying to balance the games I want versus passing on games because I am trying to be responsible and I have too many games to play. But this does fall into the kind of category of game that I could probably play with my kids, and if so, then I will be very happy because my kids, my daughter plays a lot of games with me. My sons don't play as much. They definitely play some of the lighter games, but they don't get into the bigger experiences yet. Now, they certainly don't have to. I mean, my sons are 6 and 5 respectively, but it would be nice to give them something that they could like, and the artwork here, if nothing else, is appealing, so we will see. Now, as far as unboxing videos, so what I mentioned in the past is I don't like unboxing videos because, like I said, I don't feel I can do anything particularly special. I'm just going through it, opening boxes, talking with you guys, which is fun, but there's nothing really being done here that's that interesting. Now, I will say my last unboxing video, which was on March 6th, was Monumental. So let's talk about Monumental. But before we talk about Monumental, let's talk about some interesting things about that unboxing video. So offhand, it had around 700 views, which was, I think it's less than what I'm getting right now. Thank you guys. But it is roughly on par with other videos I had gotten at the time. So I can't really complain. But really the thing about it that was more interesting was rather, YouTube gives you a lot of stats on what your videos are doing, how much people are watching them, how many subscribers you're getting, how many you're losing, are they coming from certain videos, all that stuff. Give me 1 second so I can pull this out. Woohoo! Ooh, look at that. Look at that little gazebo. That's cute. Now, so those stats, look at this dragon. I'm gonna pause talking about YouTube stats for a second. This guy is a nice little dragon. I like him. I like him a lot. Cool. Okay. And we got the gazebo. This is also super fun. Okay. I like this box. I don't like the way they bundled this gazebo in here, but it kind of works, I guess. Let's see, what do we have here? We got some miniatures. Again, just solid stuff. I mean, like, it doesn't appeal to me personally. Is this like, what is this? Oh, he's getting out of his tomb. Well, that's funny. I like that. Okay, cool. Although, it looks like it's a bath almost. Is that a scrubby thing on the side? Whatever. Okay, anything else interesting here? Nothing particular. I'll just hold it up to the camera so you can get a nice view of everything. Okay. Yeah, lots of stuff in there. Cool miniatures, cool extras, cool bad guys to fight. All good stuff. So, like I said, YouTube content, YouTube stats. So YouTube will tell me what the retention rate of the viewer is, meaning what percentage of the viewers are watching through to the end, what the fall off rate is. And I will say that the problem with the unboxing videos is that they tend to have the lowest retention, meaning people are quitting early, because after all, we are so far, 10 minutes into me rambling while I open boxes, as well as what percentage of subscribers you're getting from a video. So for example, when I do my Kickstarter videos, those tend to get lots of subscribers because you have people who are looking for those games on YouTube, they're looking for opinions, they're looking for other videos about the games, and then they find my videos and then they subscribe. Thank you again. But with unboxings, it just seems my unboxing videos have the fewest amount of new subscribers being generated from those unboxing videos, which basically tells me that most of the people watching them are already my viewers, which I have no problem with, don't get me wrong. I'm just interested in making videos both for you guys as well as to get new people on board. But let me look at this board here. This looks like a nice board. Nothing particularly amazing here. Just a nice, well-designed board with lots of stuff on it. Does look fun. We'll set this up. Maybe I'll play this over the weekend. We shall see. But anyways, so it tells me the drop-off rate. So because my unboxing videos have the lowest retention, the lowest amount of people who are keeping on watching, meaning they're dropping off early, that tells me the content's not that interesting. And so that is why I am a little wary of making too many unboxing videos. I'll do it when I'm, interested in trying it out. Right now, I haven't received a new Kickstarter in a while, which is why I decided to do this one. Probably should have done one for Ratbusters. I was super excited with that. Street Masters, maybe. There have been a bunch of other Kickstarters I've received that I could have done them for. For some reason, I was just in the mood of doing one right now and just rambling on with you guys. Meister card. The Meister card Black. Discard this item to get 1 loot from the available loot area. Can be used anytime. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to keep going through these boxes. I'm going to keep, just talking, why not? Oh, Monumental, that's what I was going to do. I was going to talk about Monumental. So Monumental is a game that I may talk about in another either review. I don't really do reviews that much anymore. I kind of focus more on either play this, not that. I focus on should you play it, which covers reasons why you might like a game, why you might not. You know what? Monumental actually might be a good topic for should you play it, because it very much does fall into a category of having a lot of things I like about it and a lot of things I'm wary about it. Flying Frogs. Drop this card in your... Oh, come on. I hate when games do this. Drop this card in your player from a height of at least 3 feet. Any loot this card hits is discarded unless you gain 1 shame token. I know nothing about this game. Nothing at all. Ooh, that guy looks fun. I like him. Okay. Mallrat. Mallrat. That's terrible. Gain two swords against the player with the most loot. I should really look at the rules for this because I have no idea what these things are doing. I just know it's about going into a dungeon, getting loot, and trying to get out. So let's pull out this box and we'll go back to Monumental. So, okay, 1 second. Sorry for the noise. Ooh, more dragons. More dragons, more stuff. I'll do that thing where I hold it up again. I do love this guy, by the way. I will say I saw this on the Kickstarter page. I love the snot-nosed thing. I'm usually not into childish puns, but I love the way they have the miniature hanging by its snot. Supported by its snot, I should say. Nope. Again, lots of very Munchkin-y components. These really hold up, but then again, these specific miniature styles don't need a level of detail that you would expect or want from, other types of board games. Like, this is not Blood Rage with intense detail on the back of their cloak. They're looking for a cartoony style, and it's much easier to sculpt, or at least I imagine it's easier to sculpt. But yeah, going back to Monumental. So Monumental is a game that it very much does fall into the pros and cons discussion, which is why I think it actually is great for should you play it. Should you play it, if you don't know, is a series of videos that I do with board online, board offline. I do them on his channel, but I post them. I create the content, and he posts on his channel. And so, should you play it covers reasons why you might like a game and why you might not like a game. And sometimes it's a little hard because sometimes I pick a game that I'm just trying to find reasons why you might like or dislike it. I tend to pick games that I like for that videos, like meaning they're usually games that I myself do enjoy, and that's because I really, for that particular series where it's not really first impressions, I really want to go into it. I really want to know more about the game, and I generally don't play games that I don't like. So there might be times where I'll do a game that I've gotten rid of, but it'll generally be games I've played a lot of. And so sometimes I find myself scrambling. Okay, great. Like let's say my last one. I did a video on Bruges for the channel. And with Bruges, I was trying to think through. I mean, I cover 5 reasons why you might like it, 5 reasons why you might not. And that means that if I don't automatically have 5 reasons, then I have to start thinking through. Meaning it's not like I just sat there and said, oh, here's 5 reasons. It's I'm trying to come up with 5 reasons, and therefore I might have to try to figure out, well, what's another reason that I'll consider this a negative, and I have to try for that. Let's look at this over here for a second. Let's pull this out. Can we pull this off, or is it taped on? It looks like it's taped on. I hate tape. Okay, sorry for the noise again. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, here we go. This tape is just sticking here, sorry. Look at this guy. Look at this little Cthulhu guy. Oh, he's adorable. Little adorable Cthulhu. I'll put him in Cthulhu Death May Die and see how that plays out. Little frog dude. And then, of course, the skateboard and whatever. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so I have to come up with reasons why I might like a game or I might not like a game. And sometimes it just involves trying. With Monumental, I think I would have a very easy time both coming up with reasons I like it and reasons I don't, which is exactly where I am with it right now. It is currently a game that I enjoyed my first play of it. I just played it for the first time this weekend. I very much enjoyed it. I sleeved it, which does not mean I'm keeping it. I mean, I sleeved 1,600 cards from Street Masters, and I still didn't keep that one. So it means that I liked it enough to continue playing it. And if I get rid of it, I get rid of it. It is what it is. The sleeves will add a little bit of value, hopefully. We'll see if they do or don't. But anyway, so yeah, so Monumental is a deck building civilization game. It's a deck building 4X game. Ooh, this is the board game one. I'm super excited about this. See this guy? This guy's going to be in the box over here. Oh, look, you can see on the back right here. I don't even need to open it. I could just show you on the back. But then again, it's not an unboxing. Then it's a boxing video. So Monumental was a game. Oh, I love this guy. I'm really just jumping back and forth. This video is going to be all over the place in terms of me rambling, because I am rambling. That is the nature of what I'm doing, and that's fine, and we'll see how it plays out. And that happened. So this is the problem with trying to open things in a non-controlled, non-slow environment, because I'm trying to do this at a certain pace to keep up with the video, and that is not great for the miniatures that just fell out. But then again, at least now I can show them to you. So we have this giant meeple dude who I love. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at this guy. Oh, it's amazing. Okay. Yeah, so going back to Monumental while I slowly put these miniatures back in. Look at that die. Oh, he's great. Oh, sorry, background so you can focus. Yeah, good stuff. Going back to Monumental. Monumental is a game that I played it, I enjoyed it, I sleeved it, and my opinion of it is that I think I'm going to continue playing it. I do want to get a few more plays in before the next Kickstarter hits, because I enjoyed it, but I don't know if I enjoyed it enough to keep playing it. I don't know if I enjoyed it enough to go ahead and back another full Kickstarter of it before I know more about whether I'm going to keep it. Like I said, even though I think it'll hold its value, I don't back Kickstarters to resell them, and so we'll have to see how that plays out over there. What I particularly liked about it is I liked the gameplay, I liked the deck building, I liked civilization games. What I did not like is I didn't like the length ratio, meaning the game felt like it should be over a little bit before it is, and it felt like you kind of had to play through it. If they changed some aspects of the game, I can see the length not being a problem at all. The problem is that the main problem I had was with the combat of the game. The first half of the game, the combat kind of works. It's not really combat so much as walking around on a board and getting various benefits for doing so. The second half of the game, the combat devolves into you just hitting each other when it really doesn't matter, because once you've explored the board itself, then the only thing that matters is the end game scoring, the end game area control aspect to the board. And so the middle of the game involves a lot of fighting for no real benefit other than just because, you gotta spend your fight strength somewhere. Versus the end of the game, it's a little bit of a whoever goes last has a strong degree of influence over getting that area of control there. So it is interesting. It's a game with a good beginning, a decent end, but a little bit of a stagnant middle. And that stagnant middle is why I'm very much on the fence about it. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Okay. I think we're coming to a close on the end. I do like that. My daughter's going to love that. Oh, she is a sucker for unicorns, for My Little Pony, any of that kind of stuff. Okay. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed Monumental. I'm intrigued to see what adding the monsters will do for the game. If you've played it with or without the monsters and the heroes, let me know. I played the base game. I didn't play the Renaissance era. I didn't play monsters or heroes. It seems interesting. I feel like there's a good game buried. I mean, I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. When I say I feel there's a good game, I don't mean there's a bad game. I just mean I feel there's a better game. Oh, it's a unicorn. Is that a unicorn? It's a unicorn. Excellent. Okay. Oh, it's a zombie unicorn. Never mind. I feel there's a good game buried in a little too much bloat or a lack of streamlining. I did it again. I very much enjoyed it. Do not in any way take away from this that I did not enjoy it. Look at these giant dice. It's not that I didn't enjoy it, it's that I have a high standard for games. As you know, the standard purely comes down to, are you better than other games that I own? Are you a game that I want to pull out given the glut of amazing games I have on my shelves? Or amazing for me. Look at that crawling hand. Oh, great. Okay, yeah, so that's basically it. Oh, I have one more thing to go over in this. One more epic board to open up. And so Monumental's interesting. I will see how it plays out. I also want to try it with 2 players. I believe 2 and 3 was best. Probably 3 for the interaction. Although really I don't know how much it matters. Like I said, that board thing, the board aspect of the game felt very lacking. Everything else about the game I enjoyed. The board play felt like it was severely lacking. And look at this. Let's open this guy. And so yeah, I don't mind the board. I don't mind the fact that they had a board when they really it's abstracted and all the combat's kind of eh. What I mind is not the board, it's just that mid-game where your combat does nothing for you. Like, it makes me wonder whether combat is a good strategy at all, because versus money and science can do things for you throughout the game, the combat in it helps you in the beginning and helps you in the end. This is a freaking gigantic board. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show it to you. Whoa, look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is huge. Huge, huge, huge. I can't really get into this. I guess it's not actually significantly bigger than any other board. But yeah, that's it. That's Munchkin Dungeon. That is 22 minutes of me completely rambling with no real intent. I don't even know what I'm going to call this video. I guess I'll call it Munchkin Dungeon Unboxing plus Rambling About Monumental. There you have it. That's the title, or something similar to that. Came up with it while doing this video, just for you guys. Until next time, I'm Alex. Have a good one. A little awkward wave from behind the camera. And I will see you some other time. If you want to see more videos like this where I just randomly talk about whatever while unboxing games, let me know. As usual, your feedback is super important. What you guys like, what you guys don't like is very, very, very important to the things I decide to do. I have to enjoy the videos, obviously, but then again, so do you. So if you enjoyed this, if you don't mind me just rambling while opening boxes, let me know, and I will continue to do it as I get in Kickstarter games. I doubt I'll do this for retail games, but Kickstarter games with minis, why not? Until next time, I'm Alex from Board Game Co. You can subscribe down below, click the like button, share, and maybe just go on a long rambling comment that I then have to read and reply to, because hey, fair is fair. Until next time, have a good one.